turn, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Every week I got a mission to get it. Hop on a flight and then finish in business. I'm sitting in business, just look at the ticket. A traveling man, I'm switching to pivot. Why would I talk about it when I live it? I know that you live it, I know that you mad. Putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again. Well, you get it. Elevate and enjoy the saga. Better pay, give me more of them dollars. Still on the grind, ahead of my time. My yesterdays are your mananas. Trip to Hawaii to bust out the haka. I bust out the haka, I bust out the when there's nothing to do. Never been capping, you know that it's true. Haters are climbing your river like boo. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Yeah.
Southside on the track. Mellow made it right. New drip, I just spent some G's on my attire. These righteous keep on going, but my jeans getting tighter. I went overseas with the swiper. Bad, no, I never seen nothing like her. I bought for my snipers. Any son moving, make it sing like the choir. Peter got Lindsay Lohan. I need some more bands. I'm a grown man. If you gon' tweet it, ain't no need to tell me how you feel. My whole city catching bees, I'm from the rock for real. Broski turned into a demon when he off them. Ride till I die. I hope that Jesus come and grind the wheel. That singing like Clay Aiken. R.I.P. to all my loved ones that ain't make it. Got a bond with the streets and I just can't break it. Run it up, now my safe done turned into my safe haven. Them racks in, okay. On the block I'll post up, I can't fade away. Baby, I've been too turned, I don't care about what a hater say. Dark skin, thick, I like the so I named the bay. I'm in it every day. New drip, I just spent some G's on my attire. These righteous keep on going, but my jeans getting tighter. I went overseas with the swiper. Bad, no, I never seen nothing like her. I bought for my snipers. Any son moving, make it sing like the choir. Peter got Lindsay Lohan. I need some more bands. I'm a grown man.
Ayo, DJ.
Hey, YB, that pipe him up, bro.
They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems. 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 All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh?
I ain't take no losses in a minute. Scored touchdown through the critic. Came a long way from the trenches. Still be making plays in the trenches. I'm from New Orleans. I'm a saint with a demon in my head. Yeah, I told him chill. LeBron still spinning like a fan.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. throwing quickly. That's caught by Brown out wide. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a third down and 3. You look at this Eagle defense. They've been very good this year against the pass. Currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On first down, they go back to Pacheco. A good gain of 9 before he's brought.
Definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Again, it's Pacheco. They knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll go down 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 41 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On second down, here's the option. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, if you're going to run a great option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for on the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Well, he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the game. 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Well done to to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Tucker's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
Tua now on first down. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of
the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. The Eagles had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just kept...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line. Do not kick it to 22.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around, locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. How about this? And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge. No place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. We're down 3rd and a yard. They're running with Pacheco from the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now Patrick going to change the play. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Isaiah Pacheco. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the return will stop right around the 25. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They'll send Brown in motion right. Pacheco gets it again on second down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. They'll send a gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
This is a hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And stopped a little short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On play action, here's Tua. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real first half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points. And it's pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now Tua signaling to change things up. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Tua going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. And quickly they get to the line.
Down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. To a hit, and the ball is out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 82 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Here's Pacheco once again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escape, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it, ends up getting the ball stripped.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Amazing how Jefferson makes first downs like that look routine, isn't it? He's off to the greatest start by a receiver in NFL history. Set records for most catches and yards in a player's first 3 seasons and led the league in both last year.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there, a first down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Play action, now it's Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Teams take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller.
down the left sideline and all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 95 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Second down and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. The tight end in motion right. A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that last one makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. In motion right is Brown. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll be tackled right on the 10. Well short of first down. Just a gain of 2 there. It's going to bring up a 4th down. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Tucker's kick is good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Tua. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. Tua on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Mahomes now on 1st down. Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And they try with Pacheco. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
It's gonna be a good day, boys.
He'll try again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Here's Pacheco. And this time he is in. Yes. Isaiah Pacheco with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, And we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
This could be the turning point.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
On 2nd down, Tua. He finds Robinson.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. That is caught, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Tua. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Justin Jefferson from 3 yards out. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point through. That cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to pass. Tua.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Throwing Tua. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Tua's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Justin Jefferson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No problem. And things get more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Shelling through the defense, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep the clock ticking.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one today